Welcome to today's edition of News Bites on Ghana Talks Radio. I am Deborah Addo. Upcoming are some latest news headlines. Government using military to intimidate voters under grain export ban, minority. Advise Akufo Addo to hand over peacefully, as Asiedu Nketia tells clergy and traditional leaders. NPP can't win 2024 elections if it's free and fair, Nyaho Tamakloe. The minority in Ghana has accused the government of using the military to intimidate voters under the disguise of enforcing a ban on grain exports. The government announced the ban on August 26th and deployed military personnel to enforce it, citing a severe drought in the northern regions. However, the minority claims the deployment is an attempt to suppress votes as there are no timelines for the military's presence. They point to the government's actions during the 2020 elections as evidence of their suspicions. The minority is demanding timelines for the military's deployment and accusing the government of using the drought crisis as a pretext for voter intimidation.
The military to curtail food exports. Why did he have to do that? Because it is the statutory duty of the customs service to ensure that goods, food crops, which are not supposed to be exported out of the country, are blocked at our borders from export. So President Tinubu ordered the customs service and not the military. So the fundamental question here is, why are we bent on deploying the military? Why wouldn't we simply task the customs service and the immigration service, whose statutory duties is to police and man our borders, from ensuring that people do not act contrary to the ban imposed by this government on the exportation of grain? That is the beef of the minority. Finally, at this time, we expect the government to engage stakeholders and consult broadly. Whatever it is, the government should leave the military out of its political games.
To our next story, National Democratic Congress Chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia has urged traditional leaders and the clergy to advise President Akufo Addo to ensure a peaceful transfer of power after the December elections. He criticized the president for allegedly tolerating electoral violence and not acting on recommendations to prevent it. Asiedu Nketia emphasized that preventing destabilization depends on chiefs and clergy holding the president accountable. He appealed to them to use their influence to promote a peaceful transition, stating that the president inherited a peaceful nation and should ensure the same tranquility prevails when he departs. Asiedu Nketia appeals came in response to calls from chiefs' peaceful elections. And to our last story, Nyaho Tamakloe, founding member of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, has expressed disappointment with the party's performance under President Akufo Addo's leadership. He criticized the government for not delivering on its promises, destroying democracy and tolerating infractions. Dr. Tamakloe doubts the NPP chances of winning the 2024 elections if they are held freely and fairly. He prefers John Mahama, the opposition leader, due to his experiences. Dr. Tamakloe also called on President Akufo Addo to apologize to Ghanaians for his performances, similar to Nkrumah's Dawn broadcast. He emphasized the importance of experience in leadership and criticized the government for failing to fulfill its promises. And that's all for News Bites on Ghana Talks Radio. For more updates, please log on to our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com. I am Deborah Addo. Thanks for staying with me.